Sunday Meditation, July 5th, 1981. LL Research Channeling Hatonn. Carla channeling. I am Hatonn, and I greet you, my friends, in the love and light of the infinite Creator. It is a great joy and privilege to be with you, and we welcome and greet each of you, especially the one known as K, whom we have not seen for some time, and the one known as E, who is always with us. Yet we have not seen this entity either for some time in this group. We welcome each of you and wish you to know that we are always with you at any time that you may request our aid in your meditation. Outside your domicile, my friends, it rains upon the earth, and the great cycles of your nature move in their stately cycles through the many ways of service which the Creator offers in His creation and in yourselves too. The rains come and moisten the surfaces of your thoughts, and yet, my friends, as inspiration falls to you from the Creator, it does much more than simply moisten your daily thoughts and emotions. It goes deep within the surface of your mind and your heart. This rain, which you may call grace or love, feeds the deepest rivers which flow at the very heart of being. These rivers are never dry, no matter what the outer surface of your reality may seem at any time. These rivers of your deepest heart and your deepest mind are always enriched and forever full of the waters of love. And in each meditation, you may come to these waters and be bathed and cleansed in their sweetness. We speak to you of love, for it is the original thought, and it is the cause of our being with you this evening. In the difficulties and the hurly-burly of your daily existence, how easy it is to mistake the surface weather of your moods and your emotions and your thoughts for the deeper sources of the being, and to think that you are as you feel. Indeed, my friends, it is good to know just how you do feel and how you do think at all times, that you may be careful to use the experiences of your daily life. Yet it is well also to realize that that which is deep within you is the true reality of your being, and often bears no resemblance whatsoever to your thinking or your feeling on the outer planes. For your true self, my friends, is one which is beyond the human joys and sorrows that you experience in this illusion. Your true self, my friends, is one which is part of the creation of the Father, and as such experiences the entire creation outside of time, outside of space, outside of all things but the unity of the eternal present of the creation. Many there are upon your sphere who have dabbled their toes in these underground rivers of consciousness, and, finding them too deep, have turned back. We realize that each of you seeks these deep rivers of love within your being. We ask that you imagine where this rain that you now experience upon the roof of your domicile is coming from. Does it come from elsewhere? From some outside source? No, my friends. This rain that falls from your sky was once a part of the deepest underground waterways, surfacing in sea and lake and stream, to be taken up into the air, to fall once again in service upon the good earth. So it is with love, my friends. It is not something that you need seek upon the outer planes, for it is within you. And as it comes to you, so it has flowed from you. Thus, to seek love is to give love in the unending cycle of service. At this time, we would transfer this contact. I am Hatonn. Jim, channeling. I am Hatonn, and I greet you once again in the love and the light of our infinite Creator. We would at this time offer ourselves in the service of answering questions which might be upon your minds. Are there any questions that we might attempt to answer? Carla. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Hatonn, for being with me in my meditations in these last few days. Hatonn. I am Hatonn. My sister, we may say it has been a great honor and privilege to join you in your meditations. For always do we seek to serve those who request our assistance. In this way, we provide the means whereby we also progress. Those whom we serve, hopefully, are aided in their progression, and the Creator is aided yet one more step further in the recognition of each entity as Creator. We thank you, my sister. Is there a question which we might attempt to answer at this time? C. Hatonn, could you talk to me a little bit about the value of solitude as an aid to growth? Hatonn. I am Hatonn, and am aware of your question, my brother. We would answer by saying, there are many ways which an entity may use for growth in this illusion which you now experience. The most common method is the everyday experience which you share with the entities round about you. For each entity is likened unto a mirror and reflects back to you that image which is the part of yourself which most needs attention and acceptance at that moment. For fewer numbers of entities, but for all from time to time, a method of experiencing solitude is also of great use. Solitude, though it does not provide the easy access of a mirror which the entities around you provide in your daily life, still provides a great mirroring for the entity who is alert and aware of the fact that each experience one encounters is part of your very being. In this situation of solitude, you must be aware that, though you do not have other entities around you, yet you are surrounded by the Creator. You are surrounded by yourself in forms not so easily recognizable. The experience of solitude has the effect of driving the attention of the entity deeper within the self of the entity. For your experience in solitude is a focus into your being, which has the ability to show you that all about you is your being, that all about you is your experience, that you create your reality in your response to that which you experience. Solitude must be carefully used, may we say, for it is a more powerful tool for the entity who wishes to progress in the growth and the realization of oneness with the Creator. For though many entities experience the reflecting of the part of themselves needing attention by other selves in their daily lives, since this occurs so often, it is easy to ignore. But when one experiences solitude, the experience of the self as all is much more profound and is harder to ignore. Therefore, we would suggest for those who seek to progress upon the path of realization the use of solitude as a tool upon this path. But the use of this tool with discretion, for it is one of the more powerful tools which entities upon your plane have at their disposal. May we answer you further, my brother? C. No, thank you very much. Hatonn. We thank you. May we answer another question at this time? Carla. My friend B just wrote a letter and said that she thought that a lot of New Age babies were being born right now. Is this perhaps the reason that some of my friends say that who didn't expect to start families and then later in life did start families are experiencing childbirth and the beginning of families at this time? Are there many new souls, or are these souls trying for graduation? Hatonn. I am Hatonn, and we would answer you, my sister, by saying many are the ways in which service may be provided. And at this time upon your planet, as your peoples approach graduation in the great harvesting of souls in your near future, many of the entities upon your plane are providing a service for souls wishing to incarnate upon this planet and this dimension at this time. Since the harvest grows near, those who have but a short distance to travel or a few lessons to learn, those able with a small amount, shall we say, of experience needed, do now wish to incarnate upon your plane. Those who have a chance for graduation realize that chance is now. Many are the souls which knock upon the door of your plane. Many are the entities who now open themselves to this service, providing a channel, shall we say, for these souls to enter upon your plane. Those entities being born now and for the last few years, shall we say, as you measure time, are those souls which are old as time is reckoned, and which have experienced enough of the catalysts of your dimension that graduation is near at hand for them, and many are the souls which seek this graduation. Yes, my sister, we would say that the service of providing that which is called by your peoples parenthood, many are those which shall provide this service in the days approaching the harvest. May we answer you further, my sister? Carla. No, thank you, Hatonn. That's fine. Hatonn. We thank you, as always. May we attempt to answer another question at this time? E. When one feels that one has not accomplished that which they came here to do, and feels that the time perhaps is short, what would be your advice? Hatonn. I am Hatonn. My sister, we would answer you by saying that to seek the love of the infinite Creator in each moment of your life is the greatest service and the greatest learning that can be accomplished upon your plane. For it is the lesson of this dimension to discover the love of the Creator within all that is experienced within the self, within the life, within the family, within the community, within each activity, each experience. And there is, shall we say, an infinite amount of time to discover this love. May we answer you further, my sister? E. No, thank you. Hatonn. We thank you. Is there another question at this time? Carla. This is really off the wall, but I would just like to know if, in this density, in this cycle, in this particular universe, were there ever dragons? Where did that come from? Is it a parallel universe, or is it a deep thought form in our being, or what? It must be real somewhere. Dragons and magic. Hatonn. I am Hatonn, and we would answer you, my sister, by saying that thousands of years ago, in the measure of time as your people measure time, as the circumstances and the level of living and understanding was much simpler, there were seen by the entities upon your planet many dangers and many threats, not only of the world of survival from day to day and of what you would call neighboring tribes and entities, and of animals and various natures of temperament, but the weather, the very world itself, appeared to the simpler understanding as a great threat to existence. Many were the means by which the simpler entities imagined the world about them, and many were the deities and powers and gods and beings which these entities beseeched for assistance and worshipped for power. It is difficult to separate the group or mass mind of your peoples from these times. The many influences and forces which shaped the images of fear and power which your people have contained within their collective consciousness. But we might say, in relation to your question about dragons, there have been many types of images or powers which your people have experienced in their past. Many of these have taken the forms of dragons or serpents or monsters as explanations for the unknown powers which ruled the world these people experienced. There have not been, to the best of our understanding, the types of dragons which are commonly portrayed in your comic books and upon your movie screens. Though there have been many types of beasts, shall we say, that have walked your planet and have come quite close in their effect upon the population of your planet. May we answer you further, my sister? Carla. Yes, just to follow it through. I was, of course, referring to the movie Dragon Slayer, which I just saw, and I was pondering why it is that something within me responds to a certain fineness and goodness in bravery, or whatever myth it is, that the Dragon Slayer, like St. George or like some fine sorcerer of old that has the ability to slay the dragon. I was wondering why I respond so deeply to that image. Is it possible that it's just a part of the mass mind that I'm aware of, or that it's a strong image? Hatonn. I am Hatonn. We would answer, my sister, by saying that the imagery of the dragon, of the force which threatens, is an old image upon your planet. As we said before, many are the images and the feelings of fear which your people have experienced. There has been, in your illusion, the illusion of separation, of having to contend or compete against another entity, another nation, or another force to win the survival, to win the day. Many have been the forces which have been seen as being in opposition. Many have been the unknown threats. It is the conquering of the unknown, the winning of the day by one means or another, that has been the allegorical story for your people throughout their history. For each entity in his or her life faces many unknowns, many dragons, many threats, and many are the opportunities, therefore, for each entity to confront, to face, and to slay the dragon by one means or another, and thereby pass yet one more test, shall we say, in this course of learning within this density. It is an old and noble image and story, that of the dragon, that of the unknown, that of the one who slays the dragon and frees people and frees the self. May we answer you further, my sister? Carla. No, thank you, Hatonn. The answer was a lot better than the question. Thank you very much. Hatonn. Again, we thank you. Is there another question at this time? M. Hatonn, about the new births coming in close to the harvest, that are many souls that are ready to go into the next density. Will their physical bodies be able to go into the next density for those that make it? Hatonn. I am Hatonn. My brother, we would answer you simply by saying that there shall be, as it appears at this time, a remnant that shall remain with your planet, as even at this time your planet has begun movement into the fourth density. And there are, as you know quite well, many entities upon your planet now experiencing this transition. As the harvest grows near and the various signs of the transition takes place, there shall be yet remaining with each transition and each difficulty a remnant, and many shall pass to the fourth density inhabiting that which is known as a physical body complex. May we answer you further? M. No, thank you. Hatonn. Is there another question at this time? I am Hatonn. May we say it has been a great privilege to be with you this evening in your meditation. We hope that in some small way our simple message has been able to shine a bit of light upon your understanding, and we have been able, hopefully, to share the love that we feel, the love of the infinite Creator, with your group this evening. We would say once again that should at any time you request that we be with you in your meditations or in your daily life, we would be most honored to join you at that time. Always we are with you, for always we are one in the love and in the light of the infinite Creator. We are known to you as those of Hatonn, and we leave you now in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Adonai.
Go forth then, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator.